All right.
It's a system.
So I'll be reciting the Toastmasters. I'll be reciting the national pledge, and I want you all to join me as I recite. So, I will stand up. Okay. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend her honor and glory, and uphold her. So help me God. Okay, to the Toastmasters promise. Please read along me. As a member of Toastmasters International and my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all of my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful, constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to club meetings so they can see the benefits Toastmasters membership offers, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters educational and recognition programs, to act within Toastmasters' core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities. Thank you all. Thank you for joining me in reciting the Toastmasters promise. And at this point, I would like to call on the president of today's meeting. He is known to be a digital and payment executive with experience spanning over 2 decades. He joined over a year and a half ago, and he is the Assistant Vice President of Education. In 2024, his focus is consolidation and growth, and his favorite quote is, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. This is a quote from the famous Aristotle. So please join me in welcoming TM Olushola to the LEARNTOR, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You're all welcome to this wonderful meeting, our first physical meeting for the month of June. It's not very sunny, it's a bit cloudy. Hopefully the weather will be good enough for many of our expected members to join us. But thank you for your patience. I know we have to kind of move things around a bit. Thank you. And I think that's one of the things you learn here at Toastmasters. You learn to quickly pivot when things don't go the way that you have planned. So thank you for bearing with us while we did try to tie down the knots and bolts. To today's meeting, our theme for today is believing. Theme is believing. Did I get that right? Theme is believing. Sorry, apologies. I've got too many things in my head. The theme of today's meeting is believe to action. Have you ever been in a situation where you just needed to bet on yourself in order to achieve something? Something that was precious to you. And while you tried so hard to get everyone around you to buy into that vision or that dream, it seemed like you were running the race all by yourself. But your belief and your tenacity kind of takes you through that journey, helps you to stay the course, even in the midst of many ups and downs. And at the end, you're grateful, you're glad to say, hooray, I came out of it. And then you're joined by a crowd of cheerleaders whom you always wished were there with you right from the onset. That typically is what happens to us when we dare to believe. And so our focus in today's meeting is, how do we believe to achieve? How are people around us believe to achieve? What can you do to believe in order to achieve? That's what we will be focusing on as part of the theme for today's meeting. So I'd like to kindly enjoin each and every one of us. Please buckle up your belts. Get ready for a good ride as we delve into today's meeting. If this is your first time of joining us, we thank you for choosing to be a part of LEARNTOR Toastmasters meeting today. We do welcome you, and we're honored by your presence. We trust that this will indeed be the beginning of an exciting journey for you in Toastmasters world. And there's no better place to undergo that journey than here at LEARNTOR Toastmasters. And so with great pleasure, can I have the profile of our GE for today? So I'm just gonna, I'd like to introduce the GE for today. All right. And so let me just quickly introduce us to our Toastmaster of the day. Our Toastmaster of the day is no other than our president, our current president of LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club. She is also the co-chair of the finance committee of Division F. Our favorite quote is, "The world is full of good people, and if you can't find one, why not just be one?" Which is a quote from Mother Teresa. And so with a lot of joy and with a rousing round of applause, please let's welcome to the podium the president of LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club, our very own Queen of Smiles, Elizabeth Roja.
Thank you so kindly, Toastmaster Olushola. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests online.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. How are we this afternoon? Well, welcome to the first meeting in the month of June and our very last physical meeting for this tenure. I think we need to give ourselves a round of applause to have had meetings all from July last year up to June this year. I think we all need to give ourselves a round of applause. Yes, thank you. For the benefit of our guests here present and those on the call, I believe we have guests here. Physically, we have guests. Can we please see your hand if it's the first time in Toastmasters? Welcome. Can we welcome them with a round of applause? Online, do we have guests? Do we have guests online? You're joining us for the first time as a guest. Okay, we do not have guests online. For the benefit of our guests, Toastmasters, our theme for today is achieve. Toastmasters was founded in 1924 by one man who believed that gathering people together, it would help them, make them become better communicators and better leaders. Today, we achieved that 100 years after. We have Toastmasters International Club in over 200 countries around the world with over 20,000 members, learning how to communicate, how to lead, and how to speak. This is what we do at Toastmasters International, which is a global community. And LEARNTOR Toastmasters is one of the clubs in Toastmasters International. For some of you that joined Ikeja earlier, Ikeja is also a club under the global community of communicators, of people who learn how to be good leaders. And our motto in Toastmasters is, it is where leaders are made, because we understand that life itself is a school that teaches us. The more you lead, the more you learn. That's why we are being made. It is not a place where leaders are made, but leaders have already been made, but leaders are being made daily, a continuous project. So you're welcome to Toastmasters International. In Toastmasters, we usually have meetings that we gather for about 2 hours. We believe in Toastmasters that feedback is a breakfast of champions. So we come together to have this communication and have feedback on what we have done well, where we need to improve, and what we need to do better. Which is why, at this point, I would like to make us know that as I am standing here as the TMOD of this meeting, which is the regular host for a meeting, we have people who would be following through the process of this meeting to ensure that we keep to time and do everything we're supposed to do. It's at that point that I would like to introduce to us the general evaluator for today's meeting. He's also, you can call him the quality assurance personnel of a club meeting. The general evaluator will be coming out with his team to tell us what their role will be. Please permit me to invite our general evaluator for today's meeting, who is currently, he joined Toastmasters right out of school to go and communicate effectively. He works as a product designer, creating solutions to problems and using technology. From experience, I can tell you that this person likes help in creating solutions to problems. He's currently the president of Surulere Toastmasters Club. We call him the Club himself. Fellow Toastmasters and our guests, online and physical, please let's make welcome to the Lenton, the general evaluator for today's meeting, Toastmaster Jagun. Can we give him a round of applause, please?
Good evening, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. In the words of Bill Gates, he said, we all need people who will give us feedback because that's how we improve. We all need people who will give us feedback because that is how we improve. And that is what I am here to do today as the general evaluator. It is my responsibility to evaluate what happens and doesn't happen in this meeting. I will evaluate for preparation, organization, enthusiasm. I will evaluate what happened from the beginning of the meeting to the end of the meeting, and also what doesn't happen. There are certain things we expect from a Toastmasters meeting, and if those things do not happen in this meeting, I will also be sure to note them. And I will not be performing this task of evaluation alone. I have role players who will help me evaluate this meeting along certain metrics. My first role player is the grammarian. Our grammarian for today's meeting is a Toastmaster, is someone who joined Toastmaster this year. His primary focus for 2024 is maintaining fitness and living his best life every day. And his favorite quote is, success is the result of perfection, hard work, learning from failure, loyalty, and persistence. Please join me with a resounding
round of applause as we welcome to the lectern, Toastmaster Sharif Abdul Kadir. Louder.
Thank you, the General Evaluator. And as you advisely said, I will be playing the role of the grammarian today. So for those who do not know, the grammarian is the one who is responsible for introducing the word of the day. And in addition to that, I'll also be listening to how the grammar of each speaker is being used all through the meeting. And at the end of the meeting, I'll be coming back to tell you or to point us out in areas whereby we might have used poor grammar in our speeches, and also to commend speakers who have used excellent grammar too in our speeches. So thank you so much. And I implore us all to be mindful of the grammar we use in our speeches, and all the best as we speak. Over to the next. Okay, sorry, word of the day. Yeah, so the word of the day is tenacious. And tenacious is known to be a powerful adjective that describes someone who holds on to their beliefs, goals, and values with unwavering determination. And I encourage us to embrace this word and also use this word while we're speaking today. Examples of tenacious could be: her tenacious belief in her abilities helps her overcome obstacles and achieve success. The team's tenacious defense won them the championship title. His tenacious pursuit of excellence earned him recognition in his field. Again, I encourage us all to make use of the word of the day while we are giving our speeches, because I will be taking note of this, the usage of this word in our speeches today. Thank you, and over to the General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharif, for that apt description of your role as grammarian. So he is my role player who will be watching out for grammar usage. At Toastmasters, there's also something else we consider very important, and that is timing. So for every Toastmasters meeting, we have a timer. Performing the role of timer today is a Toastmaster who hails from Nasarawa State. He is a graduate of business administration and has a master's in law enforcement and criminal justice with a PhD in view in strategy and security studies. He is a member of NIM and has over a decade working experience in public service and has been a Toastmaster for 4 years. He is a public speaker and a public speaking enthusiast, a coach, and a facilitator. He is married with a beautiful princess, and his favorite quote is, "Never say never." So I was just informed that the timer is not yet available. So I'll be moving on to another role player. Our listening evaluator.
I can step in as a timer, Mr. G.
TMS is also. Okay. Yes. TMS also said she's acting. Okay, Toastmaster Olushola, you can come up. Apologies for the mix-up.
All right. Like I said earlier, the one thing you've got to love about doing Toastmasters is you learn and you pivot. So we're getting to do a whole lot of that in today's meeting. I'm removing my previous art, putting on a new art, and under the current role, I will be acting as our timer for today. There are 3 different aspects that I'll be measuring from a time perspective, in addition to every other aspect of the meeting. So just to quickly run through them. For the impromptu speeches, each person would be able to speak for 2 minutes. And on the dot of 2 minutes, I am going to show us the green card, which means that you have met minimum criteria. When you get to 2.5 minutes, I am going to show the yellow card. And once you get to 3 minutes, I will be showing the red card. At that point, don't panic. You've got 30 seconds to round up. Now, for prepared speeches, at 5 minutes, you get to see the green card, meaning that you've attained minimum, for giving that speech. And at 6 minutes, you see me show the yellow card, and at 7 minutes, you see me show the red card. When you're given the evaluation as well, at 3 minutes, you see me show the green card, I beg your pardon, and then I will show you the yellow card at 3.5 minutes and the red card, for you to round up within 30 seconds. That will be my role for today. And on that note, it gives me great pleasure to hand back to our general evaluator for today's meeting, Master Gavin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Olushola, for quickly stepping into that role. When you want to communicate effectively, a very important part of that is actually listening. And our Toastmasters, we try to test your listening skills as well. And I have a role player who will be helping us test our listening skills in today's meeting. Our listening evaluator is Toastmaster Mercy George Igbafe. Toastmaster Mercy, you have the virtual lectern.
I apologize, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Please confirm that you can hear me clearly.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Thank you. What a tenacious team. Thank you, the Toastmaster Olushola, for reminding us how much we pivot as Toastmasters. For the role of Arcanta, like now, I was going to use some pause fillers, but I had to pause rather than use ha, so, yes, to be able to fill in the gaps. So my responsibility today is to count how many R's, ands that we use. And I know we are tenacious speakers, and as a result, I'm hopeful that we would not use those pause fillers. And at the end of the day, I should be able to announce the winner for the pause fillers.
Master Mercy.
Pardon?
Please, you will be playing the role of the listening evaluator, not a counter.
Oh, okay. My apologies. Okay. Part of what Toastmaster Olushola said earlier, that you learn to adapt, evolve, and as the tenacious leaders and communicators that we are, my role today is the role of listening evaluator. My pastor often said there's a reason we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. We have 2 ears so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. My goal here is to listen to our speakers today on how they communicate. I would ask some questions. I'm like your quiz masters on what was said during the meeting, who said what, and we'll be getting, okay, I've used a pulse filler right there, and we'll be getting responses from the participants that are on the meeting today. The floor is yours, the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mercy. For those of us in the physical audience who might not have been able to hear, basically our role is to listen to our speakers speak and come back at the end of the meeting with certain questions from what she has listened to. So she will ask us, she will bring excerpts from the speaker's speech and ask us to tie that excerpt to the speaker. So that is basically what she'll be doing. And my final role player is the one we call the accounter. Our accounter for today is Toastmaster Imabong. Toastmaster Imabong, you have the virtual lectern.
Thank you very much. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome. You see my screen as well. Thank you. The purpose. Thank you, General Evaluator, for that warm introduction. I am here to tenaciously introduce my role today, which is the Our Counter. The purpose of the Our Counter is to note any overused words, filler words and meaning used as a clutch by the speaker during the meeting to plug unwanted silence. Examples of these words, as Tia Mercy has helped me tenaciously express, is o. The ands and the buts. What is the solution for this? Pause. Take a breath in. Recalculate your thoughts and then tenaciously express them. Over the course of the meeting, I will be keeping track of those who say these words that are presented on the screen. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Imabong, for that wonderful rendition of your role. And I'll do the same and try to let you understand what the accountant does. Fluency is a big part of speech. So what the accountant does is listen for pause fillers. You might ask, what are pause fillers? Pause fillers are words or sounds that you make when you're usually trying to think. Words sounds like and words like I, you know, so, to, well, like, and also repeated words or phrases. I mean, I know, I think, this means. So that is what Toastmaster Imabang will be looking out for as the counter. And at the end of the meeting, she will come back up the stage and give a report of a role. So now it's over to you, the Toastmaster of the day.
Are we clapping at all for our GE? Okay, for our guests here, there's something we do in Toastmasters. We clap a lot. Clapping is part of what we do, and that's to show the persons who have come up here to speak that they are being appreciated. When people speak, please do clap. The Toastmasters here know that already, but for the benefit of our guests, please let's clap for people when they come to speak. Thank you, Mr. GE, and your tenacious team for telling us what your role is all about. Right now, fellow Toastmasters and guests, we are moving to that session where some persons online, their calls might begin to go off because they are shy. And some persons here might tell you they want to go outside to use the restroom. What is this time? This is a time where we get to test our ability to speak impromptu. Just imagine that you get into this room and you meet a Dangote. And Dangote wants to share or invest in your business. For 2 minutes, Dangote wants to hear from you. What can you bring to the table? That is what we are about to do right now. This is called the table topic session. It is the time to speak off the call. Someone is going to be handling this for us. He had earlier been introduced because he gave the opening remark. I wouldn't want to take our time. I would allow him to come do his thing. We are expected to speak between 1 to 2 minutes for the table topics speech, between 1 to 2 minutes when we're called upon to speak. While he'll be doing this, I will be standing in for him as the timer, because somebody has to time him. I need to time him. When he calls you to come speak, please watch the timing card. Once it's 1 minute, I will raise the green card. I'm saying that he had said that before, but I know you'll be looking out for him. So he cannot do the timing while doing this. I will be standing in as a timer for him. A Toastmaster wears a lot of hats. Expect to see us wearing so many hats. I'll be standing in for him as a timer. Those online, also watch out for me in case he calls you online. Kindly watch out for me if I am going to be using the timing card. Okay, please let's make welcome to the landing our Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster, our table topics master for the day. Toastmaster Olushola Olakomi. Keep clapping till you come in.
All right. So in this segment, we are going to practice how to speak impromptu. And just imagine that we're on a call in your office, and all of a sudden, you didn't expect, but at today's project meeting, we call on you and we give you a question. This helps you to prepare to know how to really deliver that question, or perhaps even give that elevator speech that TM Liz talked about. And so on my list today, all in line with today's theme of believe to achieve. Okay. Hello? Okay. All right, so let's go on. All in line with our theme for today, which is believe to achieve. I've got a lineup of 10 fantastic questions, and I would love someone who is daring, courageous, to please show us the way it is done, especially if you are an experienced Toastmasters. Then we can open it up for all our wonderful guests and other Toastmasters to get into the groove of things. So let's open it up. We've got just 15 minutes for this particular segment. Anyone willing to have a crack at it first? All right, sir, please. Thank you very much, sir. Can I get to know you?
Yes, I am Sayyid Zakari from Barrel Toastmasters Club in Abuja. I just moved to Lagos.
Thank you so much, TM Zakari. Now, I've got a list of questions, numbers 1 to 10. Can you pick anyone?
7.
All right. Question 7. Think of a historical figure known for their great achievement. What do you think fueled their belief in the face of adversity? I'll take that again.
Okay.
Think of a historical figure known for their great achievements. What do you think fueled their belief in the face of adversity?
Okay. So in Nigeria, I don't need to go far. We have a lot of historical figures in Nigeria. We have Nnamdi Azikiwe, we have Tafawa Balewa, we have Awolowo, we have Zik, we have a lot of them. So let's choose one. Let me choose Tafawa Balewa. He was a very great man. Before the 1960s, okay, yes, the lectures, thank you. Before the 1960s, there was a struggle for independence all around Africa. Every country was struggling to be on its own, to be strong, to emancipate its own people. That was lovely. So people like Nnamdi Azikiwe, Tafawa Balewa, the Awolowos, the Samuel Akintolas, these were great men. And they fought very hard for our independence. So these are people that we look up to. They are still our great models. They are still our heroes. We love them. And it's an opportunity to come here to talk about them once more. The table master. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, TM Zakari, for showing us how it should be done. All right, I've got numbers 1 to 6 and numbers 8 to 10. Who else is courageous in this room? Who is saying, believing to achieve? All right, I've got our wonderful, beautiful Madam VP, whose birthday was just yesterday, so she's still in that celebration mood. Okay, thank you. So numbers 1 to 6, 8 to 10, what would it be? All right, number 3 is shall be. It goes thus: share a time when believing something strongly, even if it turned out to be untrue, helped you in a surprising way. I'll take that question again. Share a time when believing something strongly, even if it turned out untrue, helped you in a surprising way. Over to you.
All right, thank you very much, General Evaluator. And just to reiterate the topic, I'll be sharing with us a time when I believed in something, even when the thing wasn't true.
Madam President,
Hello.
we can't hear. Please unmute.
Became a success. Boom. So, because I believed, I achieved. Thank you very much. And that's it.
Thank you. Please, can you give her a round of applause? All right, that was an amazing speech. Do we have anybody online? Let's just move from the physical to the online for a second. Anybody online? Sorry, you may need to speak up because I'm not seeing you.
Toastmaster Tony, we have your hand up. Are you willing to speak on the? Are you willing to speak for table topics?
Yes. Can you hear me? I said yes.
All right. So, Mr. Oluwatoyin, thank you. I've got 8 questions left. Numbers 1 to 2, numbers 4 to 6, and numbers 8 to 10.
Go with number 8.
I'm struggling to hear.
Number 8.
Number 8, fantastic. We often hear the saying, seeing is believing. Can you think of a situation where believing comes before seeing? I'll take that again. We often hear the saying, seeing is believing. Can you think of a situation where believing comes before seeing? Back to you, Toastmaster Oluwatoyin.
Thank you very much, our table topic master. Thank you so much for that question. Yes, indeed, there's a saying popularly that is said to be seen as believing. However, there is a more realistic in my life. I've noticed that there's actually something called envisioning your goal. and that is believing before you see. So when we set, we are telling ourselves to envision it, to believe it first before we see it. And I'll give you an example. This year, I set 10 goals, and I read a book called by Brian Tracy. And the title of the book is You Can Do It. I'll just have to confirm the title of the book. However, in the book, it spoke about how you have to set goals, and you also have to write your goals daily. Write your goals daily. And this is what I have done. I began to write my goals daily every single day so that I can remember and I can begin to envision it, to believe it before I see it, and I write it in present tense. One of the goals I put is that I want to lose a certain amount of weight because I'm trying to maintain a certain weight, and I want to do it by so time. And I realized that by setting that goal, everything began to work aligned in that mindset. First of all, my husband got the bright idea to get a treadmill just so that we can use it at home. And he got the treadmill, and I realized that I began to exercise even more often, and I weighed myself recently, and I'm getting closer to my goal. So that in that case, I believed first that I was able to do it. I set the goal. I remind myself every day by writing out that goal. And now I am on my way to achieving it. I am actually seeing it. So believing is seeing when you set clear goals and you stay consistent, taking actions that would help you to get to where you are going. And the title of the book is Manage Your Time, Manage Your Life by Brian Tracy. Thank you.
Manage your time, manage your life.
Sorry, the title of the book is Goals. Not that, it's Goals. I went through my list of books. The title of the book is Goals. Thank you.
Madam President, we can't hear you. Guys are muted.
Okay. I am absolutely sorry for that. These tech things do happen. Despite all that we learned in COVID, as COVID transitions away into a distant memory, we keep forgetting. I have an opportunity for just one more person to try. And because we're tenacious people and we want to make this very inclusive, I would have to restrict that slot to just our guest for today. So if you are a guest and today is your first time of participating in this meeting at LEARNTOR Toastmasters, here is your opportunity to give this a try. All right, and I've got someone in the room. Fantastic. Please come up to the left side. Encouraging. Here is a tenacious person. Okay. What numbers have I got left? I've got numbers 1 to 2, 4 to 6, numbers 9 and 10. Number 1, I love the man that loves to start at the beginning, at the very top. And the question is, share a time when your belief in yourself helped you overcome a challenge. How did your belief manifest itself? I'll take that again. Share a time when your belief in yourself helped you overcome a challenge? How did that belief manifest itself? Over to you.
I've always believed that I have this ability to make a change. And that manifested itself around that COVID-19 time. That was 2020. Schools were literally shut down, and the government, asked the school to open again for a period of, that was 6 weeks. And this school had no principal. There was no principal. A lot of people had left. So I decided to take it up. I believe that I could drive a change. And by God's grace, after 6 weeks, what the school had not been able to do since its inception, we were able to do it. For the first time, the school was able to pay the teacher's salary from the income of the school. And after that, I so much believed in myself the more that I take up whatever challenge I find, whatever challenging situation I find myself in. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sorry, I didn't get your name, sir.
My name is Taiwo.
Thank you, intending Toastmaster Taiwo, and thank you for joining us. Please, back to your seat. All right. So, with that, I will hand over to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you all for participating, and we're encouraging you to continue to use the word of the day. We're such a tenacious people. So let's use that word in a very tenacious way. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you very kindly, our table topics master. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I think all the speakers and the table topics master deserves a round of applause. Can we do that again? For the benefit of the people online, we would like to kindly apologize. We're having some technical issues. We're trying to fix them up. That's why sometimes you don't hear us and sometimes you go off the call. On the agenda, we have the voting for the best impromptu speaker. Usually here at LEARNTOR, it should have been the voting, but usually here at LEARNTOR, once we have a guest that takes up the bull to come and speak, we try as much as possible not to have a vote again. As long as the timekeeper makes us understand that the guests met up to the time. So we would like to hear from our acting timekeeper who stood in for the timekeeper at that time to make us know what all our speakers' timing. Now, the only reason where we will vote is if our guests did not meet up to the time. If they met up to the time, we all know what that means. Mr. Acting Timekeeper, please, can you tell us your report?
Thank you, Madam. All the speakers came to time. Okay, so automatically we know what that means. Right? Please let's give a round of applause for all our speakers, all our tenacious speakers. I will now invite, in Toastmasters, it is said that we say that feedback is a breakfast of champions. And what is not evaluated cannot be measured. We are all here to improve ourselves. We have a table topics evaluator who will be coming to give our speakers evaluation on what they have, on the speeches they have done this afternoon. Our table topics evaluator is a member of Ikeja Toastmasters Club. He's a renowned, a tenacious Toastmaster, to say the least. Please, fellow Toastmasters and guests, let's make welcome to the LEARNTOR, our table topics evaluator, Toastmaster Isaac.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the day. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good afternoon. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, good afternoon. Good afternoon. So it's my pleasure to be playing the role of the table topics evaluator. We know how difficult it can be to step up to stage and speak, especially when you're a guest. For Toastmasters, it is a normal practice. So it may not be so difficult for us as Toastmasters, even though when we still come forward, we still have those butterflies sometimes, flying in our stomach whenever we come to the lectern to speak. So first, I want to thank and congratulate all the table topics respondents for even having the tenacity. They were tenacious enough to come to the lectern to speak. And for our last speaker who actually volunteered and is a guest, they volunteered to speak. So thank you and congratulations for having that courage to come forward to speak. To our evaluation specifically now, our first respondent was Toastmaster Saliu, am I correct? Saliu, yes. So, Toastmaster Saliu, you're already a Toastmaster, so your delivery was not surprising. In your speech, as you started speaking, you mentioned that there were a number of historical figures in Nigeria, and you gave examples. But to now give body to your speech, you went and you spoke specifically about Tafawa Balewa. As you were speaking, you spoke with confidence. As you were speaking, you were loud in your speech. We could all hear you. I was sitting at the back and I could hear you clearly. That is a good quality to have as a speaker. And as a speaker, we also know that one very good thing to have is to be able to give our speeches in terms of a story. And you gave a story about Tafawa Balewa, and that would have helped your speech to stick in the mind of your audience. What would I recommend that you do better? It's just one, and that is in the area of eye contact. I think that your eye contact needs to be more intentional. Your eye contact needs to be specific. I'll give you an example. At a point, the table topics master was standing here and you tended to be looking at him and speaking to him. That made us, your audience, look like you were neglecting us and speaking to him. So when you're speaking, I recommend, like I said, make eye contact. You can make it from one section to the other. You look at someone here, look at someone else here, and you look at someone else over there. But with that, you have given a fantastic speech. And like I said, as a Toastmaster, I did not expect anything less from you. Well done. So, yeah, thank you. A round of applause for him. To our second speaker, and that is our Vice President, Education. Am I correct? My apologies, I didn't get the name. Clementina, Toastmaster Clementina, that is correct. Now, when you were asked the question and you were going to respond, you started by repeating the question. And as Toastmasters, of course, as a Toastmaster, we all know what repeating the question, what it does to us. It helps us to be able to gather our thoughts. So you're asking repeating the question rather helped you to gather your thoughts, and you were able to give a brilliant speech. In the process, you asked a rhetorical question. We know that rhetorical questions are those questions where you don't necessarily demand an answer, but that can get your audience thinking. And that rhetorical question that you asked helped us to think about what you asked us, even though we didn't need to give an answer to you. You also made use of a story, but this time not just any story, you made use of a personal story. Making use of personal stories usually has a way of helping us have content, what to talk about. It is your story. You know it very well. It's not made up. Talking about it will be easy. One recommendation that I have for you is to infuse more energy. Let there be more energy. Let the room feel your energy. Let them feel that you are excited about the subject matter. And how can you infuse more energy? You can infuse more energy through voice variation. You can infuse energy by the loudness, the volume of your voice. You can also infuse energy by pauses. When you pause, your audience is expecting what you're going to say next. You don't know what you're going to say next. And then you continue with your speech. That helps to infuse energy. And our third respondent, Toastmaster Toyin. Unfortunately, I did not hear anything Toastmaster Toyin said, unfortunately, because she's online. So the few things that I can say about Toastmaster Toyin's deliveries, I could see that she was seated, and being a Toastmaster, she appeared confident, she appeared calm. However, my line of recommendation to you, Toastmaster Toyin, is that I observe that you are very close to your camera. At the point we're only seeing your head. You are very close to your camera. I recommend when you're speaking that you step a bit back from your camera. Remember, we always say, and that's what it is, that when we are speaking, not only are we speaking with our voice, we are also speaking with our hands. We are speaking with the entirety of our body. So when you step back from your camera, your audience will be able to see the rest of your body as you gesticulate, because like you said, your body gestures is also part of your speech. And lastly, to our last respondent and intending Toastmaster, please, your name again. Taiwo. Intending Toastmaster Taiwo. One thing that stood out as you spoke was your smile. You don't even seem to remember that you smiled. That means that it's natural. You smiled for most part of your speech. And when you smile while speaking, it does two things for you. It gives you off as being confident, as against when you don't smile. And then it also has a way of calming you down. So smiling actually worked for you. The only recommendation I have for you is that you stayed almost all the time in front of the lectern. So it was like you were using the lectern as a shield to protect you from these vicious people that are about to attack you, but they are not vicious, and they are not attacking you. So don't allow the lectern to steal your shine. Step away from the lectern. Speak to your audience. After some time, you can come back to the lectern, especially if you have notes. But in the situation of table topics, you're not making use of notes. Step away from the lectern, speak, step to the other side so that you can make good use of your speaking stage. So that is all I have for all table topics respondents, and I believe that you have picked a thing or two from my evaluations. Thank you, and let's continue speaking. And over to you,
Thank you so kindly, our table topics evaluator. I think he deserves a better round of applause. That was a tenacious evaluation. Thank you so kindly. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, how are we feeling at this moment? Are we sure? Only one person. Are you taking down notes of the word of the day? Only one person is feeling tenacious. How are we feeling this afternoon, especially those online? How are we feeling? Tenacious. Tenacious?
Hey!
You know, word of the day. Okay, those online, how are we feeling this afternoon?
Inspired, motivated, great.
Are we there?
Yes,
people
we
online.
are. We are here.
So we're not here alone. Let's be sure. So we're not carrying only those here alone. So we're moving to an interesting session. Are we there? Do we have people online? I just need one person to confirm. Tim Clem, can you please?
Yes.
Hear them?
Yes.
Do we have people online? I can't hear anyone speaking.
Yes.
Yes, we're here.
Okay. Yes, salamat. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. We need to be sure that we are not here alone, because I can see online that we have about 13 participants. We need to just be sure of that. Thank you, Toastmaster Isaac, for that tenacious delivery. According to our agenda, we're supposed to be having a networking break, but because this meeting did not start at the time we're supposed to start, I would want us to do just a 3-minute break. You meet somebody you don't know in this room. For those online, meet somebody you don't know online. You're going to tell me 2 things about the person: the person's name and the person's hobby. Can we do that? In name and the person's favorite hobby. Somebody you don't.
Should I create a breakout room?
Let's do this. Name and hobby. 2 people.
Should I create a breakout room? Okay, for those online.
Let's have you do it.
For those online, I'll create a breakout room. I'll bring you back in shortly. So let's network.
Are you meeting someone?
The breakout room is open. Get to meet someone, everyone online. Hello, if you're online, can you hear me? Okay, I see people are going in already. Get to meet someone online. Perfect. Please, let's go into the breakout room. We only have 3 minutes. Chika. Okay. We're not going into the breakout room. Or Aussie, God sent. Just click yes and accept. Okay, Chika has finally gone. Okay. Please don't leave, don't leave. People are coming in. Okay. Let me move to Toastmaster Twin to room 3. Okay. Okay. Toastmaster Salama 2. Let me move you to room 2. Please connect. Oh, Toastmaster Salama 2. I need to move you back to room 4. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Please network. Please network, guys. Get out into the breakout room. Okay. Okay, God sent. You don't want to network? I said God sent. So maybe Chidima is live then. Okay. Toastmaster Liz, please unmute. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. 1 minute. Toastmaster Liz, please unmute. We can't hear anything. Toastmaster Liz, can you unmute?
Reading anything, like reading randomly. And you can just think of something and just go online and read it. You just read things randomly. And it's good, and I like that.
I agree with you because I know that's good. Thank you. Well done. Thank you. Thank you. I never done this.
That's so very interesting.
Please come and tell us about
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests.
Good afternoon.
I had the honor and the pleasure of meeting Joseph, and his hobby was what stood out to me.
Wow.
His hobby is finance.
Wow.
And I thought, I mean, finance is something people do for work, you know. So he doesn't work in finance, but finance is his hobby. that was very interesting to me.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Tell us who you met and the person's hobby.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I met three persons. I met with Mr. Shola, Toastmaster Shola, who happened to share the same name as myself.
Wow.
And his hobby is football, and he's a Liverpool fan.
Wow. Never work alone.
Yeah. So I equally met with Taiwo. Yeah. For Taiwo, his hobby is reading, and his favorite author is Maxwell. So that's it. And then I met with Toastmaster Sherry. And for Sherry, he loves traveling, and his favorite travel sport is Calabar.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please, can we hear from you before I go online? Please, let's hear from you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. My name is Antonia. Okay, so I met Alice. So Alice probably video entertainment, and then met Joanna. Joanna likes drawing and coloring, and also met Rosemary. Rosemary likes YouTube videos. So these are three ladies that I met.
Thank you. Thank you. And we have not met you.
Okay, I'm Antonia.
Oh, thank you, Antonia. Thank you. Thank you. Can we hear the people online now if we ask the question? We cannot hear the people online. Unfortunately, our tech is not giving us the vibe. The people online would have. Okay, can we hear someone say hi online?
Hi.
Can we? I would like to hear from two persons online. Okay, two persons who you met. I can see OC. OC, can we? OC got sent. Can we know who you met? We can't hear them. We can't hear them. Oh.
Can you hear us?
That is. It's one of those things that. It's fine. But how do we hear the speeches? We have a speech online now. We have two speeches online. Somebody speak. OC is bad. OC's network is bad. OC said he couldn't join online. Can we hear from someone else? We also need to be sure that our mic is moving on well. Can someone
Hello?
please speak?
Hello? Hello?
Can you hear us?
We can hear you. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
Fantastic. So go ahead.
Sorted.
Hello? Can you hear us?
For the benefit of our guests online, we're having some technical issues right here, and we found a little solution to what we will do. When you look out for my signal, for my cue signal, when we want you to speak, because we have to mute this to be able to allow us to hear you from here, especially for those, since we have 2 speakers online. So you need to be more attentive to my times when I tell you to go ahead. Is that fine? Please, can someone confirm what I have just said? You guys can hear.
Hello, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Help connect the Bluetooth now. We're just looking.
The Bluetooth isn't working. That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
There's an interference between this and
Is it charging?
using that sound.
Just plug it permanently charged. Maybe that's why.
Please, can someone speak online? We are testing the mic.
Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear us?
Who are we hearing from? Who are we hearing from? Okay.
I think
Messi, we can hear you.
Okay.
So, hold on, please. Hold on, please. Just speak again. Speak. Continue speaking, please.
Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. Elizabeth, you are
Master Emmanuel, the star of District 94.
I don't know about that.
Oh,
I don't know.
I need to see you post that picture on LinkedIn.
Yeah. My condolences again.
Thank you so much. She's still alive.
Yeah.
She's not dead. She's still breathing.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks for all that you've been doing. Your capacity as a communicator network is amazing. Does Elizabeth know she's muted? Does she know that she's muted?
Toastmaster Liz, you're muted in case you can hear us. Oh.
Was that deliberate?
No, I don't think so.
That's very
Please hold on. We are testing the mic.
Okay, they are testing. Okay. Ditian Chidi Chukudimadu. The firecracker. Okay, for those that have met people online, please, can you tell us who you met? Those that went into the breakout room, who did you meet while they're trying to solve the issue? Because that was the question she was asking.
Okay, I met Chika Madu.
Okay.
From the LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club. But she was busy, so we couldn't interact
much.
Yeah.
Okay, who else did anybody meet?
I met Toastmaster Akinwumi from LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club, but we couldn't really speak much before.
I know I moved you around.
Threw us out, but it was nice meeting him. Hi, Toastmaster Emmanuel. I see you smiling.
Hello. I was just wondering, like, lyrics all over the place here to this meeting.
We are blessed with Surulere.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, I think I know why we are having you more now, because normally our meeting used to collide every other Sunday. So it's easier for you to attend now. So I'm sure it'll be easy for us to attend your meeting as well.
Yes, I'll be attending as often as I can. I think,
awesome.
Is flexible.
All right, we're back now.
Okay.
Thank you for coordinating that online, Toastmaster Mercy. We're back online. We're back. We can hear you all right now. Right now, we are moving to the prepared speech segment. For the benefit of our... Don't hold till I call the person. Just leave it till I call the person. For the benefit of our guests online, the prepared speech is a time where a Toastmaster who is assigned to a pathway comes to deliver a 5 to 7 minute prepared speech based on the project that is assigned to him or her. Today, we have 3 prepared speeches. 2 are already speeches that have already been, people have been giving speeches before, and 1 is known as the icebreaker speech. This is a time where the new member comes to introduce himself to the club. To call on I'm going to be introducing the evaluator for our first speaker. The evaluator for our first speaker is Toastmaster Oluwatoyin Bola Joko. She is a member of LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club, the chartered president of LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club. Currently, she works in Scotland. She's a tenacious lady who is always out to support members. I'm proud to let you know that she is my mentor. Please, fellow Toastmasters and guests, to give us the purpose of our first speaker, let us invite, she's online, let us invite to the virtual lantern Toastmaster Oluwatoyin Bola Joko. Toastmaster Toyin, the virtual lantern is yours.
Thank you very kindly, Madam President. Please confirm you can hear me. Yes? Am I being heard? I just want to... Okay, awesome. Thank you. So our first speaker is Toastmaster Salamatu, the lady with the endearing smile. And Toastmaster Salamatu will be speaking on a level 2 project. And the speech objective is to define clearly how Toastmaster envisions mentoring. So the purpose of this speech will have some of Toastmaster Salamatu's experience as a protege. Toastmaster Salamatu, I will be looking out for how you have narrated your protege experience and also evaluating your delivery. Break a leg.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that tenacious explanation of the speech. Our first speaker today is Toastmaster Salamatu Yakubu, as earlier introduced. She's speaking from the Innovative Pathway Level 2, and her speech title is Becoming Sally. Toastmaster Salamatu, the virtual lesson is yours.
Thank you very kindly, Toastmaster Liz. Do you know 87% of mentors and mentees say their mentoring relationship empowers them and assists them to develop a more prominent confidence in themselves? The source is Pushpa, an online mentoring statistics advisory. Esteemed Toastmasters and guests, I'm here to share with you my thoughts on the journey mentorship. It is a journey that has shaped me. It has molded me, and it has helped me on so many fronts. And I'm certain a lot of you here can resonate with it. Mentorship is a beacon of guidance that brightens our path to success. In my life journey, I've ventured into a few endeavors. And while I'm immersed in the journey of self-discovery, I'm grateful for the people that have treaded that path before me. Their wealth of experience becomes my guiding light. I seek their advice, their input, and I consult them. These people are my mentors. In the words of Anna Leticia Cook, an American career coach, she said, mentors are all around you who makes you feel confident, inspired, and focused, and is willing to share their experiences with you. From the very beginning, I was fortunate to have mentors who played key role in my life. Let me take you back to my childhood journey, where the seed of mentorship was sown. I remember vividly my parents' guidance, who instilled in me the value of tenacity, perseverance, resilience, and spirituality. I can remember in those days, at about 8 years old, my dad comes into the room at half 5 in the morning, wake my siblings and I up. We have to pray, read the Quran, read the book before preparing for the day. These routines were tough, but it shaped who I am today and it's still helping me becoming. In my older siblings were great inspiration and mentors. I can recall in my first year in the university, it was the matriculation day. My older brother couldn't make it to school. However, he dropped a sweet letter to me. One of the lines read, aside the celebration and the merriment around the matriculation, it was time for you to take a step back and reflect on your values and resolve on your purpose in school. These lines were punchy and were highly impressionable on me and guided some of the decisions I made in the university. So transitioning from the university to the professional world, my spouse was a great mentor, helping me job-wise and in soft skills. He was a go-to person. He was always there to put me through and help me navigate new things. So when I got a job, we as a state council, in a fast-paced environment, filled up with self-doubt and unaware of the challenges that laid ahead. It was there I met Kayode, a seasoned colleague, who taught me the ropes of the job. He also invested time and energy in my process, offering constructive feedback and empowering me to step out of my comfort zone. Through these years of experience, I've come to realize that mentorship is not just about imparting knowledge, it goes beyond that. It's about fostering that meaningful relationship built on trust, empathy, and respect. It's about taking your mentor, your mentee through ups and downs of life and sharing with them practical wisdom to support their growth process. Toastmasters has been a rich source of mentorship, and I am grateful to be part of the community fostering this meaningful connection. Toastmaster Toyin, my mentor as she then was, she was always there offering me constructive feedback, plans and strategy on how I can achieve my public speaking journey. Distinguished Toastmaster Harriet, Toastmaster Lead, Toastmaster Mercy, Toastmaster Clementina, to mention a few people, always there giving me constructive feedback, offering their support and reassurance, whether I'm delivering a role or giving a speech. And this support has been invaluable and has contributed immensely to whom I am today and whom I am becoming. My fellow Toastmasters and guests, mentorship has offered me a lot of benefits, and I'll be sharing with you 3 benefits mentorship has offered me so far. Firstly, true mentors I've been able to navigate new trends and endeavors swiftly to time scale and quality. Secondly, through mentorship, I've become more resilient and developed tenacity and committed to achieving my goals. That's because of the reassurance and support mentors provide. I've gained access to my mentors' network, and this expanded network has availed me invaluable resources that has contributed to my growth. Fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests, I urge each and every one of you here today to embrace the power of mentorship, and let us recognize the profound impact we can have on each other, whether as a mentor and as a mentee, and the ripple effect it creates in our community. The Toastmaster. Thank you.
Let us embrace the power of mentorship to recognize the impact we can have on each other. That was a tenacious speech on mentorship. Thank you, Toastmaster Salamat. Congratulations on the delivery of that tenacious speech. Congratulations, Toastmaster Salamat. Mentioned while the speech was on that this was at level 3 and not level 2 as earlier stated. Please, let's take note of that. Our next speaker will be delivering his icebreaker speech. To give us the project, the purpose of this project, she had earlier been introduced. I will not do that again. I will just call on her, on his evaluator, to give us the purpose of the speech. Toastmaster Oluwatoyin, please, the virtual lesson is yours.
Thank you very much, Madam TMOD. Thank you, Toastmaster Salamati, for your speech. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Joe, and he will be delivering his icebreaker speech, which is really exciting. The icebreaker speech is the first speech a Toastmaster officially delivers as a way to introduce themselves to the club and tell us a little more about them. Toastmaster Joe, we look forward to having a glimpse into your life. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Toastmaster Toyin. Toastmaster Joe, as earlier stated, will be delivering his icebreaker speech. The title of his speech is My Story. Toastmaster Joe, the lantern is yours. Break a leg.
It was Sir Isaac Newton, the famous scientist and philosopher, that said, if I have seen further, it's because I have stood on the shoulders of giants. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good afternoon. My name is Joe Tehile, and the giants I'm referring to right now are my parents. The interesting thing about the first moment I have about them is of a crying baby trying to run away from the handsome-looking dark man and the fair, beautiful lady. He was actually. And what led to that memory was that my dad married my mom at a tender young age, 15. And my dad was quite older, over 10 years older than my mom. And for him to marry her, he had to make a promise that he would ensure that my mom finished her education for that. That was the promise my dad made to my parents. So my mom took him from me when she was in her JS3,
and had to reach school to deliver me. And 6 months later, my grandma came to take me away to our hometown, Benue State. I saw my grandma as my mom when I was that young. Then 2-3 years later, after she took me away from my parents, my mom and my dad came to take me back to Lagos, where they stayed. I never referred to them as mom or dad. I always call my dad uncle and my mom auntie. I always call my grandma mother. You know, those comedy skits that you watch, and you see that is that, or someone like the child of the baby, put thinking bottle in their chest side, trying to keep it. That was how my grandma played me. Now, some of the values my parents, my dad now put in me was hard work and discipline. That was a very easy person working in the federal government organization. But he made sure that no matter how tired I came back from work, he gave me assignments in mathematics. And the next day he would come back, mark it, give me another assignment. And I always remember those nights when he put me on his chest, we say our night prayers together. I'm from a Catholic background. Night prayers together, we do reflection of the previous together. One of the qualities my mom taught me, and I love the word of the Bible, is to be tenacious. She, even after my dad, a blessed memory now, but she held strong. I saw a woman who, at the passing of my dad, was not doing anything. My dad kept his promise, education to teach and he encouraged her to learn swimming. That was what she was doing at that time. And I saw how she, despite not having anything to do, held us strong and still pushed our family forward. I always refer to the memory of my late dad, the event, as one of the life-changing events of my life. In fact, that experience is what I would say developed in me the ability to believe, to achieve. The ability that I can believe and then achieve. I went to the minor seminary, the first minor seminary in Chicago, and my rector called me one morning after morning devotion. Then the director calls you, what do I do? What punishment is it? But this day, because he sat me down, pause for like 10 seconds, because one of the most awkward 10 seconds of my life. And he said, your dad just passed. If it was my needs, or someone I was familiar with, I'm most likely would have given the person the best start. But this was my record. Because a few days back, I just spoke with my dad, and he said he was going to send me money to get things for the coming discussion. And here is someone who knew that last part. So he asked me again, did you get what I said? I said, your dad just passed. But after I left, I went back to the chapel to reflect. What would my life be like? Who is responsible? What would I do next? But the word came to my heart that said, leave it all to God. And
by special hand of God, I was able to finish my secondary school because of my lecture. I was able to go to a private university, the Nigerians University, because my dad took the diligence to invest not just in real estate, but also in trust funds and pensions, which led to me being able to finance. That is what has made me passionate about real estate investment. Thank you.
I think for someone who just joined Toastmasters less than 2 weeks and is coming out to give his icebreaker speech, he deserves a better round of applause. Can we encourage him more? Can we encourage him more? Congratulations, Toastmaster Joe, on shutting the eyes, telling us about your icebreaker speech and introducing yourself to the club. At least now we know that Toastmaster Joe is a real estate developer and he went to a minor seminary. Thank you for letting us know that, and thank you for telling us about the tenacity of your mom. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, we're now moving to our third speaker. Please permit me. Our third speaker is evaluator, is Toastmaster Mercy. She had earlier been introduced. I would not take our time to do that. I'll just like Toastmaster Mercy to give us the speech objective of Toastmaster Akiwumi. Toastmaster Mercy, the virtual lesson is yours.
Struggling to unmute myself. Okay, I'm waiting to get the speech objective for me to evaluate. Toastmaster Lushola, can I have the honor of the details? Please confirm that you can hear me, please.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you clearly. The speech objective had been sent to you by the VPE about an hour ago.
Oh, VPE, okay. I was looking at the Toastmaster Lushola, apologies.
Thank you.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests present, today has been a very eventful day and it shows that we are a tenacious people. So just bear with me as I'm looking for the speech objective and goal for me to evaluate our guest. So I don't have it, Toastmaster Clem, Toastmaster Olushola, I don't have it.
All right, while they're sharing that to you, I know I have it here. I'll just read it to save time.
Please, I'll evaluate. It's okay. Thank you.
But I know I also have it here. The speech objective for Toastmaster Akiwumi. Meanwhile, Toastmaster Akiwumi is speaking from the persuasive influence level 1, speech 4. The speech objective for the speaker. The purpose of this project is to practice applying feedback
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Get feedback and apply. Get feedback from. Is to apply feedback. He had given a speech before, according to what the people said. He had given a speech. He's using the feedback. So he wants to apply the feedback. That is what he's going to do. So the member is to deliver a constructive feedback on another member's presentation. Toastmaster Mercy, please go ahead.
Thank you so much. I didn't want to interrupt you, Madam President. So thank you so much for your patience. Like I said, we're a tenacious bunch. His speech is evaluating a previous evaluator. And what I should be looking out for, be conscious of an unintentional body movement and make conscious of effort to use his vocal variation, the dexterity of his voice. And Madam President has rightly talked about the fact that it's taken from persuasive influence, speech 1, level 1, speech 4. And the title, fellow Toastmasters and guests, Stumbling in the Dark. Who has stumbled in the dark before? So you have the virtual floor, the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mercy. Toastmaster Akiomi, I can see you're ready. Please break a leg.
Thank you, the General Evaluator. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Akiomi Bajamo, and today I'll be presenting a speech called Stumbling in the Dark. Firstly, I would like to bring your attention to a quote by Gillian Michaels. The quote says, "Feel the fear, do it anyway." Now, what is fear? The dictionary defines fear as an unpleasant emotion, which is caused by the expectation of pain. Now, I believe that this is a wonderful definition. However, I also feel that it's incomplete. I feel it's incomplete because it does not communicate that fear can be such a powerful thing in our lives, because there can be positive aspects to it. What do I mean by positive aspects? Well, firstly, fear can keep us from embarrassing ourselves. Also, fear can keep us from wasting our time. Thirdly, fear can keep us from loss of reputation. Some thoughts that might come into your mind while feeling fear are: what if you embarrass yourself? What if people realize you are not as good as they thought you were? What if, as a result of this failure, additional problems come into your life in the future? This feeling called fear can keep us from attempting to meet our goals. It can keep us stuck in life. I would like to take us all back with me to my university days. I was studying a course called Actuarial Science, and I felt that that course could lead me to a good future. However, I also felt that it would be important for me to learn other things which I could use to give myself more options in life. And so I decided that I should learn a programming language. Now, let me tell you the kind of person I am. I'm the kind of person that doesn't like to do things twice. And this shows up when I'm playing games. I don't go for the easy level. I don't go for the intermediate level. I always go for the hardest level. And I do this because I believe that there are many other games to enjoy in life. And so playing at the hardest level will help me enjoy this, will help me gain maximum benefit from this game, while also saving my time so that I can enjoy other games later. And that's the same mindset I took into selecting a programming language to learn. I didn't go for HTML or CSS, which are beginner-friendly programming languages. Instead, I went for something like C++. And those familiar with programming know that it is one of the more difficult programming languages. In order to achieve this goal, I had 50 videos that I was meant to go through. And I got these videos from YouTube. I gave it a good run. I completed, let's say, 40 to 50 of the videos. However, I eventually gave up. Why did I give up? I gave up because I felt that despite all the time and effort I put into learning this language, I did not have anything to show for it. I felt that a lot of my time and energy had been wasted. Fast forward a few years after this, I had accomplished several other goals during those years, and I decided now is the time to re-tackle this programming issue. So firstly, I went online. I did some research on how to accomplish a goal this time, and I came across the SMART goal setting templates. Now, as most of you are aware, SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-based. Other than this, from speaking to friends, I also learned that I should go into this task with consistency instead of intensity. I felt that they also mentioned that I should tackle it from a practical perspective rather than from a theoretical perspective. And that's what I did. I decided on what I wanted to model. I came up with a general plan for how I would model it. And then I immediately started work on it, relying just on Google. Eventually, I had results. I was able to code that particular model. Now, at this point, I was not where I wanted to be, but I now had results. And so I was definitely not going to give up. From this, I went on to code 10 different models. And today, I can say that I can proudly say that I can code in VBA. Looking back on my past failures, I can see that I should actually be grateful for them. I'm grateful because failing in the past helped me get onto the staircase. I was not like someone who is at the bottom of the staircase, hoping to climb it, but feeling too much fear to take that first step. Instead, I had already started on the staircase, and because of this, the following steps were a lot easier. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, do you have any goals that you would like to achieve, but you are held back because of fear? I would like to take you back to my introductory quotes by Gillian Michaels. Feel the fear. Do it anyway. Thank you. The General Evaluator.
Feel the pain. Do it anyway. Just do it. That's the logo of Nike. Thank you very kindly, Toastmaster Akiwumi, and congratulations on completing your level 1. I think you deserve another round of applause. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, we have come to the end of the second segment of this meeting. We are moving very swiftly now to what I call the most important segment of the meeting. At this time, the general evaluator who was earlier introduced would be invited to call upon his role players to give their evaluation. I would like to appeal to those online. Please watch out for the screen. The timekeeper would be tenacious with his timing tag. Please watch out and use the time judiciously. Mr. G.E.
I'd like to draw us back to the quotes by Bill Gates. We all need people, or you need people who will give you feedback. That is how you improve. And that is my duty for today. It is time to bring those who are going to give us feedback, and not just any feedback, actionable feedback. And the first person to give us feedback will be giving feedback to Toastmaster Salamatu's speech. Toastmaster Oluwatoyin Bolajoko, the lectern is yours.
Thank you very kindly, our amazing and tenacious general evaluator. Toastmaster Salamatu, congratulations for delivering such a specific, interesting, engaging, and also endearing speech. You have always been a tenacious Toastmaster. Over the years, you have grown, and I've watched you soar on greater heights. Congratulations. I love the fact that you stood up in a very powerful stance when you were about to start your speech. You were supposed to tell us about the benefits of being a prodigy and how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. And you did that in an amazing manner. You started by stating facts and statistics. There's something about facts and statistics. They are captivating. They help the audience to put things in perspective. And you gave us the statistics about how over 80% of mentors and mentees feel empowered through that relationship. You went ahead to define mentors. You were standing, you used your body language properly. You communicated not just with your mouth, but with your hands, and we're able to see you gesticulate with your hands. Although I did say that facts are captivating, but stories are more captivating. Facts tell, stories sell. And that is what you did. You sold us the idea of mentorship by your stories. You gave us different versions of mentors that you've encountered in your life. You showed us how family members could also be considered as mentors. I'm sure a lot of people did not even consider their parents or their siblings as mentors, and you helped us to see that today. I like that you spoke in triads, where you said mentorship helps to enhance or impute trust, empathy, and respect. When people speak using triads, using three consecutive descriptive languages, it makes it easier for people, audience, to remember. What could you do better, Toastmaster Salamatu, even though it was so difficult to find areas of improvement? I would like you to pace yourself better and pause. There were some times that you needed to allow the audience to sink in and take in what you just said. That would have made it much more better for them to ruminate and reflect on your words. So pace yourself better and use pauses. Your vocal variety also, when you spoke about your brother's letter, it could have been read in a voice or in a tone that depicted that was written by your brother. So that should also be an area to improve on. And finally, your camera positioning. You were standing quite all right, but your camera was positioned lower, so you were looking down on your camera, which made it difficult for us to appreciate how your facial gestures and your smiles, we couldn't really appreciate all that. So next time while you're standing, try to position your camera at eye level. Finally, you did something amazing in your speech. You gave us a call to action. You said, let us embrace the power of mentorship. And I am sure that everyone here will embrace the power of mentorship through your speech. I do hope you as well are open to mentoring new Toastmasters so that they can achieve the greatness and tenacity through tenacity that you have also achieved. Congratulations, and back to you, our general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tony.
Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you, Toastmaster Oluwatoyin, for those words of evaluation. I'd like to tell you a very short story. In this meeting last month, I attended LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club, and a young man introduced himself as a first-time guest. And surprisingly, I am here again, and he's giving his icebreaker. And to give him feedback will be Toastmaster Saliu Zakari. Please, Toastmaster Zakari, you have the stage.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Yes. So for the tenacious speaker today, we have not really given him what was due to him. Please come back to the left. In Abuja, with your permission, please. Okay. So when you give an icebreaker speech, when he's done, before he leaves the stage, you're all supposed to stand up and give him a resounding ovation with a powerful round of applause. So stand up and give our icebreaker. Yes. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Congratulations, Toastmaster Joe. That was a powerful story. That was a powerful icebreaker. Congratulations on breaking the ice. You have met your speech objectives. Your speech objectives is just for you to introduce yourself to the club so that we know who you are, where you're from, what's your background, so that we can interact with you more better and we see areas that we can help you. And you did that excellently well. I loved that. You started with a quote. When you are giving a speech, the way to capture your audience attention is two things. Works perfectly. You either start with a quote or you start with a question and you use a quote. So it captured our attention. That is beautiful. I love that. You are a very good speaker. And you dressed for the speech. Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you so much. I love your use of personal stories. The use of personal stories are very powerful when you're giving a speech. You know why? The reason is because anybody around you can relate. At one point or the other in his life, he must have gone through such. You understand? So you did excellently well. I love that. And then you didn't stutter. There was no stage fright. There was nothing. The confidence, the boldness, the eye contact, you did excellently well. And your dad, let's clap for that man for doing well and meeting his obligations to his mom. Honestly, I see that he has really groomed a bright young man in you. And the rector, okay, so here, when you're giving the speech, well, this is your icebreaker, you did perfectly, but I have a few recommendations. One of the recommendations is when you are giving a speech and you come to where you need to show emotions. When you said, when the rector called me and he broke my dad said, Toastmasters, make it, do a little drama. The rector said that my dad said, I closed my eyes. Tears were dropping. You know, that powerful, you get that. And then I love your dad for the awesome planning. Like, this has what brought you up. You are now a realtor. Congratulations. And thank you. We love to see you speak more. You're doing excellently well. There's no much recommendations to you because you are just started your journey. And I'm sure LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club will guide you properly with your mentor to achieve your dreams. Thank you, the general evaluation. Okay.
So thank you, Toastmasters Zachary, for those wonderful words of practical evaluation. Please let's give him a round of applause. We also had a third speaker who spoke on the importance of mentorship, and she will be evaluated by Toastmaster Mercy George Igbafe. Toastmaster Mercy, you have the lectern.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. And to our amazing Toastmaster Akiumi Bajomo, is it possible to have you on video so that I know that I'm speaking to you as well? What a speech. Can I ask in the chat, how many of us have stumbled in the dark? How many of us have stumbled in the dark? If you have, please just type yes in the chat. If you have stumbled in the dark and you were able to overcome, can I get some responses? Toastmaster Bajomo, that was a quintessential. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Emmanuel. That was indeed a powerful speech and a good reminder to all of us that it's okay to fall, but the most important thing is what you do when that happens. What can I say? That was really a powerful speech. I observed something that you tried to do there. Pause. You really relish pausing a lot. You really relish that. And it was so powerful to see the way you paused in your speeches. I love how you started with a quote and repeated the same quote as a reaffirmation to drive home the point that you wanted to mention. I love when you use the word, the quote, I think it was a quote that you say, do it afraid. The motion, your gesticulation to get us to get the message. That is okay. Just do it afraid. And okay, feel the fear and do it anyway. I felt that was really powerful. And as a tech professional, I know that C++ sharp, it's a very hard programming language. It shows that you're a tenacious young man. I love the reminder of the SMART goal matrix that you use to set a new goal to help you achieve that. And the fact that you love to challenge yourself, I felt that was really powerful. And you said something that was that's edged in my brain. Failing in the past helped you to climb the ladder. I'm sure it's the ladder or the steps. And you went into personal story and reminding us that failing forward and failing fast, it's what makes you to come out of stumbling in the dark. What would I love to challenge you today to do more? Your pauses were too long. So it became like a bit unnatural, but it's something that when used right, is really powerful. It's one of my goals. And I think I'm going to borrow your trick of setting SMART goals to observing pauses. So the way you paused is like you're reading, but I know you weren't reading because you were telling a story. You used, based on your speech evaluation objective, you use your hand gesticulation right, but your computer did you disservice because you pressed the computer, so it was feeding back. So by the time you move close to the computer, it's chopping off your head. So it's a bit tricky when you're speaking online and you have to use some of this tech gadget. It tends to become a real blocker, okay? But there are acts to this. More practice will help us to stand out. But what can I say? Again, I felt that was a powerful speech, a great reminder to all of us that we're afraid to try. I see my time is up, and I want to say congratulations on finishing your level 1 speech. That was fantastic. Toastmaster Kiyomi, congratulations. The general evaluator.
A round of applause. So now we're done with the evaluation of the speakers, and we are moving on to the general evaluation of the meeting. And the first team member I would like to present his report is the grammarian. Toastmaster Sharif, the stage is yours.
Thank you, the general evaluator, and thank everyone for listening and participating. As earlier mentioned at the start of the meeting, I had said I'll come back to the LEARNTOR to let us know how well we had performed in terms of our grammar usage. And I'd say everyone spoke well, and everyone we used the right grammar, but I mean, we could have done better. And again, one thing that stood out for me, or a phrase that stood out for me, was when Toastmaster Zachary was talking about our great leaders of the past, where he used the phrase to emancipate his own people. Now, this phrase here, to emancipate his own people, was just perfectly fit in his speech. And for us who don't know what emancipate means, it simply means to set free, especially from legal, social, and political restrictions. I'd also encourage us to ensure that we try as much as possible to put in the right words when we're giving our speeches, and not just make it passive. So when we're speaking, it helps if we are using adjectives to describe situations. For instance, when Toastmaster Joe was giving his speech, he made a statement around some of his values his dad puts in him, right? And I think it could have been much more helpful if you had used the word instilled in me, or some of the values my dad taught me. But in all, I think we all spoke well, but I encourage us all to be more conscious of when we are making use of certain phrases in our sentences. So the word of the day, tenacious. I think, so I want to thank everyone for making the meeting lively, and also being tenacious as well. I also want to thank intending Toastmaster Isaac for taking the bull by the horn and being so tenacious to come up here to give a table topic speech. In terms of our word usage, I think just one person had a very, in fact, the gap was just so much. And that's the Toastmaster of the day. She used the word of the day 9 times, 9 good times. And I think she always stands out at this. So I encourage us all to, please, let's give her a round of applause, please. Yeah, and the second highest user by a very large gap, I said highest, but it's very small sharp, is Toastmaster Zachary, and he used the word of the day twice. And we also have Toastmaster Toyin, Joseph Olushola, Clementina, Mercy, and Salamat that used the word of the day once. So in as much as we did not get to use the word of the day as I would have expected us to, it's a tenacious word, right? And as we go into our week, I want to encourage us also, please try as much as possible to bring this in our speeches when we're having conversations with people. That is all from me, and over to the general evaluator.
I would like to move a motion to disqualify the Toastmaster of the day from contesting for using the word of the day. Why? It's such a very, very unfair advantage. Thank you for your report, Toastmaster Sharif. The next role player to present a report will be the accountant, Toastmaster Imabong. The virtual lectern is yours.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. Hello, everyone, again. There was tenacity in our speaking today. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. We did not do so bad. However, there were some horse fillers said here and there, and I will start with random people. TM Zachary, who did the ahem, and the souls. This is the only time I'm going to mention the souls because there were so many souls from different speakers. And then you have the by TM Taiwo, which was well done on that impromptu speech, but that's what we heard. And then there was a last and so, with the few I mean by TM Mercy and the by Salamatu. Other than that, I think we did fairly well. Let's remember to just have a pause, breathe, and then speak. Thank you very much. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you for that wonderful report, Toastmaster Imabong. You did so great with time. I'm happy with that. Thank you. The next role player to present our report will be Toastmaster Mercy, and she'll be testing our listening skills. The lectern is yours, Toastmaster Mercy.
Thank you so much, the General Evaluator. Please do not disqualify my president. Do not disqualify my president, please. I know
Mercy,
she is extremely competitive.
Kindly limit your questions to 2.
Okay, let me limit it. I wrote a lot. So who said believing is seen when you set clear goals? Who said that? Who said that? Nobody? Even online? Okay.
Please repeat the phrase.
Believing is seen when you set clear goals. It was during the table topic. Oluwatoyin Polajoko said it. And finally, the next one is, because I believe I achieved. Who said that? The person is in the room there. No, Toastmaster Clem, Madam Vice President Education. Nobody got it, so no gift for anyone. Over to you, the General Evaluator.
A round of applause. Thank you for your report, Toastmaster Mercy. And the final role player, or the last of my teammates to give his report, will be the timer, Toastmaster Olushola. A round of applause.
All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, guests and members. Today, we did pretty well on time for the individual speakers under the prepared speeches, as well as the evaluators and the various role players during their reports. However, we started the meeting pretty late. The room was filled closer to 20 minutes into the session. And that has kind of dovetailed into the fact that we're now well behind the 3 o'clock closing time that we had actually stipulated. So I'd like to encourage us to get a bit more organized for every one of us, myself included. And a bigger thanks to everyone that has had to pivot one way or the other to adapt in order to help fill in a couple of roles here and there. Thank you, everyone. Back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Mr. Timer. Please let's give him another round of applause. For my general remarks concerning this meeting, I'd like to start by evaluating some speakers who were not evaluated previously. And the first person I'd like to evaluate is the table topics master. I like the energy you brought to the stage, Toastmaster Olushola. Your questions were tailored to this meeting. The questions were relevant. I like the fact that you also allowed the guests to speak, the opportunity to speak. What would I recommend you do better? I would recommend that you call the topic first before inviting someone to speak. That puts everyone on their toes and makes the session more exciting, as anyone could be called to answer the question. So thank you for a session well delivered. I also have a recommendation for the table topics evaluator. I would have expected the table topics evaluator to have handled the evaluation of the table topics master as part of the evaluation of the table topics segment. And to the general evaluation of the meeting, I like the fact that the presiding officer gave us a warm and a welcoming opening speech. He was properly introduced by the Sergeant at Arms. It was also interesting that the TMOD introduced Toastmasters. Many people handling the role of TMOD forget to do that, myself inclusive. Toastmaster of the day told us what Toastmasters was about, gave us a brief, they told us about the different clubs of Toastmasters. And I like the fact that our energy was felt. She was excited and it spread throughout the room. And Toastmasters were eager to fill roles that were unfilled. There was a time where a role player was being introduced and the role player was not available, and about 2 people were like, oh, I'm playing the role. So that was wonderful. For recommendations, the meeting didn't start on time as the timer earlier pointed out, and that kind of derailed the timing of the entire meeting. I would like to recommend that meetings start on time. Some role players were also not available to be introduced. It would be nice if minutes before the meeting, the general evaluator, Toastmaster of the day, confirms the availability, the Vice President of Education confirms the availability of all role players, and those last minute picks are made before the meeting starts, so it doesn't result in a clumsy situation. And some role players also weren't introduced properly. The hybrid experience was sort of limiting at the beginning of the meeting because the speaker was not available, and setting it up in the middle of the meeting actually caused a lot of disruptions. There was also some confusion about speech objectives of some speakers, and the agenda also didn't align with reality. I would recommend that as much as possible, the agenda aligns with what happens in this meeting, so it doesn't get confusing for those in the meeting. Overall, the speakers gave very great and intellectually engaging presentations. Evaluators gave actionable and practical feedback. The meeting room was well lit, well ventilated, and overall we had a beautiful and a wonderful meeting. I'd like us to give LEARNTOR Toastmasters a round of applause for organizing this meeting. I have some experience organizing meetings, and I have to tell you, it's not easy putting this part together and accounting for last minute fluctuations. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. And I look forward to attending more meetings of LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club. Over to you, the Toastmaster of the day. A round of applause.
Thank you so kindly, Mr. General Evaluator and your team, for that tenacious evaluation. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, it's been an honor serving as the Toastmaster of the day. Would you agree with me that this has been a wonderful meeting? If you agree with me, can I see your hands? Those online, can I also see your hands up? Can I see your hands? Okay, are you online? You're physical and you're online. Can I see the hands of those online? All right, thank you so much, everyone. For our guests that have come here today, we want to say thank you for joining us and for learning with us, because that is what we do here. As the Toastmaster of the day, it's been an honor serving you. In this very last meeting, last physical meeting of this administration. So I want to say congratulations to all the executives of LEARNTOR Toastmasters for having our last physical meeting. The next meeting will have new set of executives holding that. That's in July. So it's the last physical meeting. It's a pleasure serving as the Toastmaster. So thank you, everyone. Thank you. Let me step out of the Toastmaster. And then make welcome to close the meeting, the president of the club. Don't mind us, a Toastmaster wears a whole lot of hats. I am standing here now as the president of the club to end this meeting. I want to say a very big thank you to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Jabu, who has been very supportive since we started physical meetings. Yeah, I think he deserves a round of applause. Thank you so much. Our second meeting here, he knows how many of us were there, but I am happy that you're with us, seeing the transitioning and everything. You were the GE at that meeting. I believe you can tell that you're following the feedback that you gave to us. Thank you very kindly for always showing up. Not showing up alone. You come with your members. His members delivered a speech. His members were also here. Toastmaster Zachary, the tenacious Toastmaster Zachary. Yeah, the dirty December would always be there. Thank you very kindly for visiting our club. Thank you for coming. We look forward to having you visit us more. Intending Toastmaster Augustina. Antonia, thank you for visiting. Intending Toastmaster Taiwo, thank you for visiting. Intending Toastmaster Shola, thank you for visiting us. And intending Toastmaster Joseph, thank you equally for visiting us. We appreciate you all for taking out this time to be here with us, to spend this moment with us. We do not take it for granted. I'll move swiftly now to the announcement of the day. On Wednesday, June 12th, we will be having our new members orientation. We have about 6 new members who joined the club, and it's important that we teach them the way at which we move in Toastmasters so they can develop themselves better. This is also open for guests. Even if you're not a Toastmaster, you can join and learn more about Toastmasters. Even those of us that are members, renew yourself by learning something new about Toastmasters. It's going to be 10 a.m. to 12 noon online. We'll share the link on our social media platform on Wednesday, June 12th. It's a public holiday, so please enjoy your democracy day with us while learning. Our change of guard ceremony would be on the 6th of July. We'll be using this venue. It's a physical. Our next meeting actually is on the 22nd of July, of June, right? The 2nd of June, that's Upper Sunday. You're all invited to join us. It's online. That's our next meeting and the last meeting for the year, the Toastmaster year. That's our last meeting. Please join us. It's 3 p.m. 16th. Oh, 16th of June. Pardon. My bad. 16th of June, Sunday, is our next meeting. It's online 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Please do join us while our change of guard ceremony and induction of our new members like Toastmaster Joseph and Toastmaster Sheriff will be done on the 6th of July. Please feel free to come and celebrate with us. We'd also like to announce that during the district conference, which was done in Abuja, our club came home with an award. as the president distinguished. Please let's give ourselves a round of applause. Congratulations to all of us for achieving this. This couldn't have been possible without every one of us, including those who attend our meetings. So I want to thank you all for being part of our success story and making this happen. So LEARNTOR Toastmasters has been 3 years as a club. Since the being chartered, we have always come up with the President's Award. We hope to continue that with our first new president starting from July. We'll continue this. So congratulations once again, and thank you everyone for being supportive to the ESCOs. We're very, very grateful. Before we move to what we're supposed to do, yesterday was a special day for one of us in the club, very dear to us. It's the reason behind this meeting. Yes. For those of us that are Toastmasters, we know that the vice president education is a life wire of every club to help to build the agenda and set up all of this. Yesterday was my birthday. Please, I would like us, all of us tonight, and sing a birthday song for our dear Vice President Education, Toastmaster 17. Those online, you can also join us. Mr. Secretary, please come forward. Let's sing the happy birthday song for you. I'm not good at singing. Who is singing? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Many more years to you. Many more years to you. Many more years, yes, yeah. Many more years to you. Hip, hip, hip. Hooray. Hip, hip, hip. Hooray. Hip, hip, hip. Hooray. Toastmaster Clem, on behalf of every member of LEARNTOR Toastmasters, we want to thank you for being very supportive. You've been exceptional as your role as the Vice President of Education. We wish you more 50 years. Happy birthday. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Please, we may have a seat.
There's cake and drinks for everyone.
Oh, wow.
Virtual guys, I'm sorry. I'll send you some emojis.
Let me send them now. Let me send them. Let me send them. Thank you, TM Clem.
Don't agree.
Thank you. At LEARNTOR Toastmasters, we started something we do to encourage part of our value. We have 4 major values in Toastmasters, which is respect, integrity, service, and excellence. We try as much as possible to recognize those who respect the timing of the meeting, which is why we recognize those who come very early for meeting. Coincidentally, today we had 3 persons actually. But 1 is a member, 2 are not members. So we would like to recognize our first timers who came early, though we met only 1 year, and we came with only 1 gift. We would like to call on intending Toastmaster Antonia to receive this little token from us as the early bird person for the day. Paparazzi, please. Thank you for coming early. We believe that this will help you to keep writing when you go for events, and please keep going early for events. We look forward to having you as a member. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I think she deserves a round of applause for coming early. We have another thing here that we like to give to our table topic, our best table topic speaker. And because we had an intending member who gave his icebreaker, we'll be calling on intending Toastmaster Kyle to receive the best table topic speaker for the day. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Lastly, we're big at recognition in Toastmasters. We'd like to recognize people. Every little milestone deserves a recognition. Toastmaster Zachary, thank you for letting us know what to do when somebody delivers an icebreaker speech. We'd like to call on our newest Toastmaster who delivered his icebreaker speech today, who shattered his icebreaker speech, to receive this award for breaking the ice. Toastmaster Joe, please come and receive this. By the way, Toastmaster Joe is my mentee, and I am very proud of him. Congratulations, Toastmaster Joe. Congratulations, congratulations. Keep delivering speeches. When he said he wanted to give his speech, I said, wait a little. He said, no, I want to just do it. Let me do it. He doesn't even have a pathway yet. Wow. You can imagine the eagerness to become that speaker. You know, we don't discourage people. After the orientation on Wednesday, he will be getting his pathway. So congratulations again, Toastmaster Joe. Congratulations. That brings us to the end of this meeting. We'd just like to hear from intending Toastmaster Shola. The experience about this meeting. Well, let me know who invited you. So what's the experience about it?
Okay, I think generally it's been an educative event. I've learned one of the things, especially one thing that stood out for me is when you start a speech, you just start with what you ask, what you do. That's really stood out for me. Breaking the ice. Generally,
thank you. So are we looking forward to having you join us soon? Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Dr. Taiwo. I'd like to make us know that 30 minutes to this meeting, just as Taiwo called, he got the number from our website. He called saying he wants to know about this. I told him we're having a meeting in the next 30 minutes. Can you make it? He said, yes, I am coming. Please let's give him a round of applause.
Well, I didn't expect to find this. We have a well-lit room. Really excited to be here. And I know that I'll look back and I'll look back when I actually achieved success career to this day when I began my journey.
Awesome, awesome. Did you hear that? When he began his journey, he's already telling us to go smarter. Oh, wow, 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 that's awesome. Intending Toastmaster Joseph, can we hear about your experience? Thank you, thank you. And joined the first meeting at the head of this month. He joined us after this. Thank you for staying and being here. Thank you. Intending Toastmaster Antonia, who would like to hear from you as well, your experience about the meeting today. Thank you. Thank you. I don't want to call you intending, so I'm looking forward to calling you Toastmaster Antonia. The last time Toastmaster Joe came here, it was his first time. It was first time in Toastmasters meeting as an intending member. And today he is a Toastmaster. I look forward to seeing that with all of you. It's a very good big community which you're going to learn from. We look forward to having you join us. Thank you everyone for coming. May I call on two Toastmasters, please, for the adjournment of this. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. With that, the meeting is officially called to a close. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, our online members for staying tuned. Please, we'll have a picture session after which we're going to eat Toastmaster Connecting as we have. Thank you. Sorry for the people online. I'll eat yours on your behalf. I'll be speaking on your behalf. Only me. TM Chloe, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Toastmaster Mercy, thank you. Thank you, everyone. PTM Chidi, thank you. Toastmaster Salamat, congratulations. And Toastmaster Akiwumi, thank you so kindly. It's been wonderful playing this thing control. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye from online. Please let's have the